How to defeat CARNEY. POILIEVRE must do the following. First, abolish Canada's green energy policies and withdraw from the Paris Agreement. Canada's economy was already one of the greenest in the world before the Liberal Party's green energy policies. Canada, endowed with the world's richest mineral resources, especially oil, natural gas, and rare metals, could have become the wealthiest nation on Earth. However, decades of Liberal Party rule, driven by far-left radical environmentalist and globalist dogmas, have crippled Canada's economy, relegating it to third-tier status. Politically, Canada has become America's lackey. Economically, it is America's punching bag, devoid of strength or confidence. All of this stems from the Liberal Party's extremist policies, pursued in the name of so-called environmentalism and green energy. Particularly under Trudeau's decade-long governance, Canada has been turned into a laughingstock. That a country with such vast potential has been led by fools for so long, without collapsing, is nothing short of a miracle. It must be understood that for nearly a century before the Liberals took power, Canada was already one of the world's most environmentally pristine nations. Its natural beauty rivaled medieval Europe or ancient China during the spring and autumn period. Unleashing Canada's energy sector would not only benefit the nation but also advance global environmental goals. With cutting-edge technology, Canada can produce the cleanest oil and natural gas, far surpassing Russia and the Middle East. By prioritizing domestic energy development, Canada would achieve greater environmental and economic gains than the Paris Agreement's flawed approach of funneling funds to the Third World. Second, reduce prices and resolve the inflation crisis caused by a decade of Liberal policies. To achieve this, Canada must fully exploit its oil reserves, particularly in the eastern regions, ensuring gasoline prices fall below even Iran's. Lower energy costs would drive down prices for all goods, including food. Building domestic refineries and pipelines to achieve energy self-sufficiency would slash energy prices, sparking a virtuous cycle for the economy and public welfare. Canada's absurdly high cost of living stems from exorbitant oil prices, ironic for a nation drowning in oil. The root cause is the lack of a genuine petroleum economy. Canada exports crude oil to the U.S. for refining, only to buy back gasoline at inflated prices. This self-defeating policy has driven up prices for daily necessities and agricultural products, pushing Canada's economy and its people to the brink. Third, slash housing costs below U.S. levels by repealing all Liberal Party regulations. Canada's housing crisis, the world's most expensive, is a direct result of bureaucratic red tape, endless permits, and government overreach under the guise of environmentalism and safety. Constructing a 30-kilometer subway line takes 30 years due to suffocating regulations. The Liberal Party's obsession with expanding government control through sky-high taxes to fund refugee programs, stifling economic regulations, and central bank interest rate manipulation has crushed productivity, drained household savings, and set the stage for economic collapse. Fourth, expose Carney's Liberal Party as a de facto Green Party that seeks to control every aspect of life through big government and punitive taxes. Under a decade of Liberal rule, prices have effectively doubled. Carney, even more ideologically extreme than Trudeau, is a radical environmentalist determined to impose higher taxes, expand bureaucratic power, and suffocate Canada's energy sector under the guise of sustainability. His policies, banning domestic oil development while outsourcing refining to countries with inferior, polluting technologies hypocritically worsen global pollution, which inevitably drifts back to Canada. By stifling entrepreneurship, redistributing wealth, and micromanaging the economy, Carney's agenda guarantees deeper crises. He is Trudeau 2.0, same poison, new label. Fifth, sever trade dependence on the U.S. and pivot fully to Asia, especially China and Europe. Join the EU, partner with the Asian Development Bank. Eliminate tariffs with China and Europe and double exports. The U.S. under Trump's America First revival is no longer a reliable ally. Its ambition to make America great again implicitly demands others decline, including Canada. This adversarial mindset will persist for decades. Canada must abandon its reliance on U.S. markets and forge independence through European and Asian partnerships. Only by globalizing its economy can Canada achieve true greatness for the first time in its history,